talk with a lot of very tired and frustrated people about their sleep. And they have very good reasons to be upset. They've been sleep deprived for a long, long time. They may even have great sleep hygiene practices. They've tried all the things, and they're still not sleeping. Why is that? As someone who self-identifies with these labels, I hope you'll smile about me sharing this hard truth. The people who work with me one-on-one match a certain personality type. They're control freaks. They're type A's and high achievers with off-the-chart standards for themselves. They are self-described fixers who work hard to think through and figure out answers to problems, both for themselves and often for many other people in their lives. They're people who feel extreme pressure to be perfect during the day. I once spoke with a woman who listened to a sleep hypnosis recording. She said, "I tried so hard to do everything he said, but at the end of it, I was still awake." A client recently said to me, "Responsibilities are pressure." "So all responsibilities are pressure?" I asked. "Absolutely," she replied. Yet when I encouraged her to challenge this belief, she began to see that it wasn't always true. And more importantly, that it didn't have to feel that way. A business coach that I worked with alerted me to the pressure I was putting on myself to make my coaching practice successful. I desperately wanted to help more people, but I couldn't find enough clients. I was working so hard and nothing was happening. The harder I worked, the less seemed to happen, and the more frustrated I got. I considered going back to a career I left because it sucked my soul, because I wasn't able to earn a living from my coaching. What do these stories have in common? We can put so much pressure on ourselves to succeed, whether that's to do well at work, to be a great mother, or the primary support for a family member with health challenges. We believe we have to give 200% of ourselves when we require a good portion of our own energy just to maintain our own lives. We believe that the harder we work, the better off we'll be, and that once we get on top of things, the pressure will release and all will be well once again. But the harder we try, the more we work, the more we try to control our lives, and sometimes the lives of others who we care about, things often get worse. It's counterintuitive, but it's true. The tighter you grasp, the more pressure you put on yourself to fix the problems you encounter in your day, to fall asleep or fall back to sleep quickly at night, the more stress and anxiety you create. Stress and anxiety build up and they translate into something we call vigilance. And just as it sounds, vigilance is what keeps your eyes popping open, your body beaming with energy even as you lay down to sleep. It's as if you're expecting a burglar to break into your home. Your mind-body system will not allow you to fall asleep easily or stay asleep for very long when vigilance is present. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Sleep requires an ability to surrender. It requires your body and your mind to let go of the day. Control, stress, anxiety, and vigilance are antidotes to surrender. And if you're unable to rest or relax during your day, that's a very clear sign that surrendering yourself to sleep at night is going to be difficult, if not completely unachievable. So if you're wanting to work on your sleep, here are 2 steps that can really make a difference. First, learn how to truly relax in your body, whether that's by getting a massage from your partner, listening to a body scan meditation, practicing yoga nidra, or learning a movement-based form like Tai Chi. Start with your body. You have to first be aware of all the physical tension you're carrying before you can release it. And these are just a few modalities that can help you raise your level of self-awareness. I'll never forget a massage I had while visiting Costa Rica. The woman spent a lot of time on my face, which I originally thought was very strange. Now I'm very conscious of how much tension can build up around my jaw if I let it. Second, and this is where getting help can be very important, is to release the gripping in your mind, whether that's in your day-to-day life, at night when you sleep, or both. You must learn to reduce pressure so vigilance recedes and the tiredness you feel can fully guide you into the arms of refreshing sleep. Some people try meditation here. If that's your interest, you'll want to locate meditations that meet your system where it's at and gradually bring it toward rest. These aren't usually the ones where you sit still and follow your breath. You can find some on my website. Many people need help setting and honoring boundaries here so that they're fixing others less and empowering them more. Empowering others frees us from guilt. When others are empowered to take more responsibility for themselves, we can be more free. This doesn't mean we don't care. It means we really do. And more importantly, we release the pressure we may have been putting on ourselves for so many years. You'll probably be surprised about just how much pressure you need to release and how much of that pressure is actually self-imposed. There's an affirmation written by Louise Hay that I love, which I've modified slightly. I gently release the activities of the day, surrendering to sleep, knowing that tomorrow will take care of itself. As you can see, these mindset shifts are deeper work. While they can dramatically improve your sleep and even solve your sleep challenges, they're not always easy to spot, especially when you're the one inside your busy life looking out. You can consciously choose a different path, but only if you recognize the path you're on. Identifying, uprooting, and changing deeply held beliefs, not just about sleep, but also about energy, rest, self-compassion, and self-care, usually requires some deeper work. And it's shifting your attention to these areas that can make sleep solutions so much easier, not to mention long-lasting. You can believe that refreshing sleep is possible for you, and it truly is, when you have the right support in peeling back the layers that have stacked up and are currently keeping you stuck. I'd love to hear what you learned or discovered about yourself from watching. You can visit CaliSleepCoach.com to connect with me on social media or directly message me about your experience.